You want to install the dryer, you don't know how to, so I'm going to teach you how to run the wire all the way, and I'm going to teach you how to install the breaker and the outlet that is on the other side. Okay, here we have the electric panel. We're going to run the cable all the way over there until we see the hole, and then over there we have the dryer. We're going to put the hooks and everything will be easy. All right, we're going to start putting clamp so that way we can keep the cable in place. Also, you can use zip ties. The zip ties that will make your life easier as well. If you want something that's going to last for many years, the clamps, the metal clamps, that is the way to go. Otherwise, just for starters, we can use the zip ties, the plastic zip ties with a hole, so that way you can put them in place. That it will be your best bet. Now, as you can see, we're going to grab the steps tool, and here we have the zip ties with the hole like I showed you before, and we are going to put it on the beam that we have on top of it. Now we have the cable. Always leave some slack, so that way if you have to move it around, try to connect the breakers, you're going to be able to do it just very easily. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Now we're going to put it here under it, and we're going to use one of those knockouts that you see here on the side, and then we are going to run the cable through that. For that, you're going to need a connector. Could be 3/4, half an inch. Also, here we are going to cut the cable. I'm going to leave it at least, halfway of the electric panel, so that way we can play with it. Now we can hit it with the screwdriver to get rid of the knockout. There we go, we have the knockout out. We can run the cable inside, but for that we need the connector like I told you before. Here in this case, I went to Home Depot with the customer and they didn't have the right connector. This connector I'm going to show you is more for a conduit. So what I did later, I said, oh, I have one of those connectors that are a little bit bigger, 3/4, but it's made for cables. As you can see here with the screw, it's just for conduit. So don't, if you're going to use it because you don't have anything else, like I thought I would, you have to remove the screw. Otherwise, if someone tight the screw, it's going to damage the cable. Here I want to show you something that will make your life easier when you are connecting everything. So this is the breaker. So the breaker, you're going to have 2 poles. So both are going to be hot. That is how it works. And after that, you will have 2 more cables. One is going to be the ground and the other is going to be the neutral. So I'm going to show you, for instance, here we have the electric panel. So when you see this is bonded here, so it's the same thing like this. So you're going to have here on the left the ground and the neutral, here the ground and the neutral. So you can use any of those screws to connect those two cables that are going to be together, and the other ones are going to be here, just in these two sides. So here you have the two hot, like I mentioned before. All right, so now we're going to install the breaker, and I have here a 1-pole breaker because the guy had 2 circuits in one breaker. So I told him, okay, now that we're working on this, we're going to do the things right. And then what I did is I took the other cable and I connected to the new breaker, and so that way they can have 2 different circuits. As you can see, this is out of the scope of work, but I'm there, and it's just maybe 5 more minutes to add the extra breaker. So as you can see, here we have the breaker, all good. Now I'm going to remove the other knockout because I didn't like the idea of using the wrong thing, the wrong connector. So now we are going to use the 3/4 that I have. As you can see, I'm installing the other one, and I'm going to remove the cable from here. I'm going to put it in the other side like it should. All you have to do, just unscrew it, and then leave the other side ready to tighten it up with the screws, so that way you can keep the cable in place. I'm removing the old one. Now we are going to use the right one. I don't know why it's so difficult to find things on Home Depot, but now with the pandemic, things are a little bit more difficult. So now you have to cut the cable, as you can see, and then we're going to cut the outer part, and then we have these 4 cables, like as I told you before. 2 go to the ground neutral, the other 2 goes to the breaker. So black and red breaker, the strip one and the white one where the neutral and the ground goes, as you can see there. Now we have to take the measurement and see which one we have to remove the knockout. Now the other 2, because we just added another breaker. Now we have to put the screws back, we should be good. Yeah, all working, all great. Alright, here we are in the other side. We have to strip the cable. Alright, here we have the other end, so where we are going to connect the dryer. Like I showed you before, here we have the two hot that goes to the breaker. And then we have the other 4 cables that goes to the bus bar that you see here. Is the ground and then the neutral. And here on the outlet, easy. Left hot, right hot, on the bottom neutral, on the top ground. So that is how you connect everything. Some of these connectors are very good, easy to connect. Another ones, like I'm putting all together now, this pain in the butt is going to take you maybe 20 minutes to put everything in place. But if you follow this order, everything should be good. Alright, now we have to strip the cables one by one. The cable is stiff, so it's not like a light stand cable that they're easy to maneuver. Here we have the knockout, so the electric outlet. We have to try to put the good one. The clamp that comes with this is not good, so I end up putting the good clamp. Here you have to try to unscrew everything so that way everything will fit in place. But if you follow the diagram that I showed you before, that is the way to go. That is the ground on the bottom. Where you see the green, that is the ground. I forgot my cable stripper in my truck, so using my Victorinox, it works well in any way. That is the green one. Anyway, here I forgot to have I thought I was going to be able to use the clamp that came with the electric outlet, but it didn't work out that well. So I said, okay, I'm going to use the other one later. This is the clamp that comes with the electric outlet. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt. As you can see, we're going to use this clamp holder, so it will keep the cable in place better. Now we're going to put some drywall screws, and we are going to keep it in place in the baseboard, and then we can put the cover up, and that's it. So the customer in this case, he's going to do the flooring later. Alright, as you can see there, that is the cable. He will have the electric box, and everything is looking good. So just we close it here, we put the cable under that, and as you can see, that is all the cable that I ran. I put the metal clamps and some of the zip ties as well. So as you can see, I'm taking here the connector. When we see the two lights, is because we have 240, and now I'm using the multimeter, and we have 240 as well, as you can see.
So Gabriel came and installed a 220 line for our dryer. Did a terrific job. Everything worked very well. Very happy with the job, and thanks, Gabriel. We really appreciate it.